Today we're diving into a really powerful set of ideas from the work I Became the One Who Saved Me. It's all about a journey that isn't focused on fixing what you think is broken, but on this beautiful realization that maybe you were never broken in the first place. So let's get into it.
Right from the start, we begin with this incredibly grounding statement. It doesn't try to gloss over the tough stuff. It actually starts right there, in the thick of it. It's this immediate validation, acknowledging that your survival, the very fact you're here right now, is deeply significant.
And this really gets to a feeling so many of us know, right? It's that bone-deep exhaustion. It's not just sleepy tired, it's the weariness that comes from constantly holding yourself together, constantly having to explain your story, and just carrying so much weight for so long. The work sees that in you from page 1. And bam, right there, the whole typical self-help story gets turned on its head. It just completely pushes aside that old idea that you are a problem that needs to be solved. So what if the goal isn't to fix anything at all? What if you were never actually broken to begin with? This idea leads us to the first major concept we're going to explore, a huge, pivotal moment of understanding. But the thing is, it's not some loud, dramatic event. It's a quiet, internal shift. We often think of big changes as these cinematic, earth-shattering moments. But the idea here is that the real turning point, it's often quiet. It's just a thought that shows up, almost like a whisper, but it ends up changing absolutely everything. And there it is. That's the quiet realization. No one is coming to save you. And listen, that's not because you aren't worthy of help. It's because this particular path, your path, is one only you can walk. This is the real turning point. So how we frame this moment is it's everything. It can feel like you've been abandoned, for sure, or it can feel like empowerment. The whole shift in perspective is seeing this not as an ending, but as the real beginning, the moment you finally take your own hand and step into your own strength. This realization then leads us to what is probably the most radical and healing idea in this entire work, a complete reframing of your past. This slide just lays it out so clearly. Look, on the left, that's the old story, the one we tell ourselves over and over. I am broken, I failed, I need to be fixed. But then look at the new truth on the right. I adapted, I survived, I learned to stay standing. This is the whole game changer. What if the things you've always seen as your flaws were actually your survival skills in action? It's not about pretending the past didn't happen, it's about rereading it as a story of your strength. It's the logical next question, isn't it? If the goal isn't self-improvement in the way we usually think about it, then what's the first step? What do we actually do with all this? And the answer is to simply see. That's it. Not to analyze, not to judge, and definitely not to blame, but to just bear witness, to look at your own story with a kind of gentle, unwavering honesty. It's about becoming a safe space for your own truth to finally land. This really is the foundation of the whole thing. You can't build something new on shaky ground. You have to be willing to gently and honestly look at what's already there. Before any real change can happen, you need that moment of just clear-eyed honesty with yourself. Okay, so let's make this really practical. This work doesn't just throw big ideas at you. It gives you a very clear, very gentle first step that you can actually take. So before you even think about jumping into the reflection, the very first action is just this, a simple pause, a moment to ground yourself. It's a really important reminder that this isn't about rushing to find an answer, but about creating enough space to actually listen to what's already inside you. And here are the prompts for that radical reflection. Just take a second to look at these. They aren't about your greatest hits or your failures. They ask things like, what did I survive this year? And I love this one, what moments softened me? These questions are designed to invite your whole complex and true story to the page. This is such an important piece of permission, isn't it? The goal isn't to write a heroic, polished story. The goal is to write an honest one. No editing your feelings, no performing resilience, just letting the truth, whatever it sounds like, finally have a voice. So after that reflection, there's one final, really simple step to help integrate what you've uncovered. You just choose one single, powerful sentence from everything you wrote, and then you add a simple 5-word declaration to it. These are the 5 words. So you take your sentence, maybe it's, I survived that loss, or I learned this lesson the hard way, and you just add, and I am still here. It's incredible, right? It connects that past experience to the present reality of your endurance. It's a statement of fact, and it's a testament to your strength. And this really brings it all home. That simple act of witnessing your own story and acknowledging your own survival, that is not nothing. In fact, that is the beginning. That's the start of you becoming the one who saves you.